Early on in this term, President Trump promised that we have weapons that nobody even knows what they are, and that they are so powerful that nobody should ever F with us. Here's President Trump.
Let me tell you, it's far more powerful than people understand. We have weaponry that nobody has any idea what it is, and it is the most powerful weapons in the world that we have. More powerful than anybody, not even close.
So Donald Trump followed up that commentary by using the discombobulator to discombobulate Nicolas Maduro. Trump reveals to the Post the secret discombobulator weapon that mysteriously made all of the enemies that were protecting Maduro fall to their knees and start vomiting blood. The discombobulator, I'm not allowed to talk about it, Trump said during an Oval Office interview. It made all of the enemy's equipment just not work. I would love to, said the president. They never got their rockets off. They had Chinese and Russian rockets. They never got one off. We came in, they pressed buttons, and nothing worked. They were all set for us. The CIA was, of course, part of the Maduro raid and took their discombobulator in and used it. Apparently, it was a sonic weapon that was also used. This sonic weapon, again, caused the guards, allegedly, to fall down in a fetal position and to bleed from the ears, eyes, and mouth, rendering them totally incapable of defending Nicolas Maduro. This is how they were able to snatch him up. Well, anyway, new weapons on the battlefield. The top tweet in my timeline right now is unthinkable that this, like, just a couple of years ago, when we were dead set on losing the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, seemingly to goat herders by not using American tech. Now we have Fox News here bragging that we're using suicide drones. It's unthinkable. Today, hundreds of U.S. drones are fully integrated in the offensive and defensive operations in Iran. CENTCOM's Admiral Brad Cooper bragging that the U.S. forces are launching one-way suicide drones into Iran as part of Operation Epic Fury. This is now a multi-drone campaign war, and 90% of the casualties in the Ukraine war on both sides are because of drones. The future is horrifying, because the future is going to be which drone army can use your AI to kill you the fastest, and which drone army can survive the longest using AI. And now we're finding out that AI is how we actually knew that the pilot was alive and hiding, and exactly where they were hiding, using Ghost Murmur. You ever heard of Ghost Murmur? Yeah, here we go. The secret, never before used CIA tool that helped find airmen downed in Iran. If your heart is beating, we will find you. The CIA used a futuristic new tool called Ghost Murmur to find and rescue the second airman who was shot down in southern Iran, the Post learned. The secret technology used long-range quantum magnetometry to find the electromagnetic fingerprint of a human heartbeat, and pairs the data with artificial intelligence software to isolate the signature from background noise, two sources close to the breakthrough said. So, okay, so they're finding people based on their heartbeats, using this long-range quantum scope and scrape of the information and data. This is insane. It was the tool first used in the field by the spy agency. So this was first used in the finding of the downed airman from the F-15E that crashed. It was alluded to Monday afternoon by President Trump and CIA Director John Ratcliffe at the White House briefing. It's like hearing a voice in a stadium, except the stadium is 1,000 square miles of desert. A source briefed on the program told the Post. In the right conditions, if your heart is beating, we will find you. Whoa. This source and others with the knowledge of the Lockheed Martin intelligence collection tools told the Post that Ghost Murmur was developed by Skunk Works, the aerospace giant's secret advanced development division, and a company declined to comment. The technology has been successfully tested on Black Hawk helicopters for future potential use, and F-35 fighter jets, second source says. The missing and wounded weapons systems officer, known publicly only as Dude 44 Bravo, was hiding in the mountain crevice. His F-15 was shot down, surviving days in the desolate terrain as Iranian troops scoured and searched for him, a bounty on his head. The relatively barren landscape made for an ideal first operational use of ghost murmur, the source said. The name is deliberate. Murmur is a clinical term for a heart rhythm. A ghost refers to somebody who's finding, for all practical purposes, disappeared. Wow. Okay. It was about as clean of an environment as you could ask for because low electromagnetic interference, almost no competing human signatures, and at night, the thermal contrast between a living body and the desert floor, which gave operators secondary confirmation layer. Normally, the signal is so weak that it can't be measured in a hospital setting with sensors pressed nearly against the chest, the source said. Wow. But advances in the field of quantum magnetometry, specifically sensors built around microscopic defects in the synthetic diamonds, have apparently made it possible to detect these signals dramatically greater distances. The capacity is not omniscient. It works best in remote, low clutter environments and requires significant processing time. Okay. Well, there you go. Bragging about a new weapon. CIA used a tool called Ghost Murmur to find the airman. To find your heartbeat. Donald Trump saying they found a needle in a haystack as he introduced CIA Director John Ratcliffe.
On Saturday morning,
The CIA
made
made
a primary objective,
a hype video out of it.
and providing confirmation.
Not used to seeing CIA hype
America's
videos.
Best and bravest was alive,
The CIA was very responsible for finding this little speck.
still invisible to the enemy, but not to the CIA.
So there you go. Invisible to the enemy, but not to the CIA. We deployed both human and exquisite technology no other intelligence service in the world possesses.
To a daunting challenge.
So this would be it, right?
At the president's direction, we deployed both human assets and exquisite technologies that no other intelligence service in the world possesses.
There you go. Ghost Murmur sounds like the next Mission Impossible movie. Okay. I'm glad the pilot is home. I am so incredibly thankful. God is good is his first expression to the Ghost Murmur team, right? And that we robbed Iran of what would be a very, very useful propaganda tool and military tool right now, frankly. You could put the pilot anywhere you don't want to get bombed, parade him through Tehran, do all sorts of unspeakable and horrible things. We saw what happened to Gaddafi. We saw what happened in Benghazi. We saw what's happened around the world. I'm extremely thankful. So whatever the hell it was, you'll find me cheering the CIA on in this scenario. Boy, Benny, like, share and subscribe. See ya.